Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Makartt Your Nail Lab sub box for the month of April. So I'm just going to be doing an unboxing for y'all to see. So the first thing that caught my eye is this orange glitter all-in-one acrylic powder. So you can use this acrylic powder as dip powder and also as acrylic powder with monomer. So I'm just going to be removing all of the plastic wrapping so that y'all can see this gorgeous powder. It's really pretty. It is orange glitters mixed with some silver glitters as well. It's mostly silver glitters that's giving you that glittery look. The orange is mostly kind of like a powder. Then we have this 4-in-1 Glux gel, I think it's called Glux. So anyway, it is in the color nude. So this acts as a nail extension, a builder gel, glue, and also a rhinestone gel. It's a solid builder gel, more or less. It's kind of like the Betsy solid builder gel. So that is one of their new items that they previously launched in April, I think, or late March, and I will not be using this solid builder gel in this video, but hopefully I might use it soon. I'm not sure. So next we also got a black liner gel and some pink rhinestones, which are so pretty. Then I got some ballerina shaped full covered gel nail tips. I do have some full covered gel nail tips like this already, so that's why I did not open this container. And we have this gray polygel, which is called Oolong. I've never had a gray polygel, I think, so I was very curious to see how it would look, and I am going to be swatching it for y'all to see. And it is a nice gray polygel. It's not something that I would actually buy for myself, to be honest, because I don't think I would ever buy a gray polygel for myself, but I was really intrigued and wanted to see how it would look on my nail. And we are going to be swatching the orange dip powder. I'm going to be swatching it as dip powder because I don't have any monomer, so I'm just going to be doing 2 layers. And this is how the polygel looks when I finish cure it for 30 seconds. And I also applied some gel top coat to the orange swatch. So I did apply my nail tips off camera because I wanted to save some time, and now I'm just applying my gel base coat to all of the nails and curing for 30 seconds. So if you're interested in purchasing the Your Nail Lab sub box, I will have a link in the description below so that y'all can check it out. It's only $35 and you get items that are worth $60 to $100. Sometimes it is a hit or miss when it comes to this sub box. Last month was a miss, and low-key April month I thought it would be a miss because I didn't really like the gray polygel at first. I was kind of like, why would they send a gray? It's spring, you know. But the orange dip powder I really liked. That was the first thing I saw and I was really excited. But when I saw the gray, I was a tad bit disappointed, and I didn't know how to incorporate gray, orange, and pink into a nail design. But luckily I did it and I think it looked really good. So you'd let me know what you guys think when you see how I do this nail design. So on the pinky nail, I just applied a bead of the gray polygel and I'm just evenly distributing it at the tip area mostly, but if it goes to the nail bed area, that's okay. So I distribute it at the tip area and then I turn my finger over just to see how it looks from the underside of the nail. I'm making sure to taper in the sides so that it looks really neat and crisp. And then I would turn my finger back over and smoothen the surface of the nail so that the surface would look very neat and stuff. And then I would remove any polygel that needs to be removed. I also fade the polygel into the nail bed area so there isn't a harsh line. So as I was saying before, sometimes the Your Nail Lab sub boxes are a miss, and at first I thought this sub box would be a miss, but after doing a nail design and after seeing how this grey polygel is, I didn't mind it. Although I would not buy this grey polygel for myself, to be honest, I didn't mind the grey polygel because it looks really good. So yeah, I don't think this sub box was a miss after all. So I would recommend y'all purchasing this sub box. It is really nice. I love all of the items that I got. I always loved the items that I got. I just wasn't really feeling the grey until after a while I realized that I really liked this grey polygel. So I cured this layer for 30 seconds and now I'm going in with my second layer at the nail bed area just to create my apex. And another thing is, I believe that they could have incorporated a little more spring items. That's just me. Although I liked the items that I got, I don't think it was really well themed again. It wasn't springy to me. The gray, I don't think gray is a spring color, and the orange, yes, I would say that's a spring color. The black gel polish is definitely not a spring color, so I thought they would be more in the theme of it, but they really wasn't. But the sub box is still a good sub box as compared to last month's sub box. So yeah, if you don't mind it not being in theme with the spring, I think y'all can purchase this sub box because I really like the items. Of course, I am going to be doing a spring themed nail design because I do have my dried flowers and my glitter butterflies to use. So y'all will be seeing that very soon in the video, so stay tuned for that. So I cured this for 30 seconds and now we are going to do the same thing on the thumbnail. So when you're using dark polygels on the thumbnail, I would recommend curing it for a minute, even longer too, because I did have an issue in using this grey polygel on the thumbnail. Remember, the thumbnail is the most difficult nail to cure because of the position of the thumbnail, and then to add the fact that we are using a grey polygel. Grey is a dark polygel, so it takes longer to cure dark polygels in a nail lamp anyway. So the fact that I did it on the thumb was the issue, because I did it on the pinky nail and I didn't have any issues and I cured it for 30 seconds. But as I said, it's the position of the thumb. It makes it very difficult to cure, and the fact that you have to apply a little more polygel than usual because the thumb is the widest nail. So on this first layer right here, I just distributed the polygel and making sure that it's applied neatly, and I cured it for 30 seconds. It did cure all the way through for that 30 seconds. However, the issue was when I was trying to form my apex. The polygel needs to be a little more thicker when you're doing that. So that was the problem, and I only cured it for 30 seconds. That was my wrong. I should have cured it for a minute or even 2 minutes. And when I was filing the nail, the polygel started to seep through. So that became an issue. And when I tried to cure it, it cured, but then some wasn't cured again, so I was very annoyed, and then the nail popped off too. So yes, all of that was happening because of how I cured the thumbnail. So when you're using dark colors, although this is a light gray, it's still dark when it comes to curing it in a nail lamp. So when you're doing that, make sure to cure your nails in the nail lamp for a minute plus. And I don't like to have my hand in a lamp too often and for too long. So when I realized that the nail was taking that long to cure, I decided not to use this polygel on my thumbnail, so I switched and used something else. But I'm still going to be showing you guys how I did it. So as you can see on the thumbnail, I am patting. The reason why I'm patting is because I did apply some of the polygel that I removed when I did my first layer on the thumb, and then I applied a little more to that same area. So remember, at first I used my spatula. I had some polygel on my spatula, so I placed it on the thumbnail and then I squeezed out some from the polygel tube. When you do that, you need to ensure that the polygels are incorporated, and it's basically one polygel instead of two, because usually it's separated when you apply two polygels on the same nail. So you have to pat it a lot in order to incorporate the both polygels before you blend the uncured polygel into the cured polygel. So that's what you saw me doing. I was just patting it because some areas were looking like it was separating. So I was just patting it a lot so that it would become one polygel, and then I would blend it into the nail. And I also tried to make sure that the sides were tapered in. So that's why you see me only going across the sides of the nails and stuff like that. It's a long process when you do polygel nails. Sometimes it's easy to do and sometimes it's a lot of stress. So that was a tad bit stressful for me. I don't know why it was taking that long to really blend into one polygel so that I can finish the nail. But yes, I think I did the rest of that off camera because I still had to blend it a lot and make sure the sides were tapered in off camera and just make sure the nail looked decent. And then I cured that for 30 seconds. So moving on to the middle nail, I'm just applying a little bit of the gray polygel because I want to do an ombre nail. So I just applied the polygel and made sure that it was applied nicely around the cuticle area. And when you see me put my finger up like that, it's for you all to get a bird's eye view of the nail. And what you saw there was the left side was a bit deflated, and then the right side of the nail was a little higher than the left side. So I had to push the polygel to the left side a bit so that there is a rounded shape so that the nail looks even. And then when I get that right, I would make sure that the line from side to side of the polygel is nice and straight so that I can get ready to ombre the nail. And then when I'm satisfied, I would ombre the nail. And I think the ombre was a little too long on the nail. I didn't want it to reach that far on the nail. So I am just removing some of the polygel with my spatula. Then I will clean the nail a bit and then ombre that area right there. I didn't want such a long ombre, so I'm just ombreing it a little. And then when I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be using some dried flowers. I got these dried flowers from Amazon, so I'm just using the pink and the orange dried flowers. The reason why I'm using the pink is because I want to incorporate the pink rhinestones that I got in this sub box as well. If I didn't have these pink rhinestones, I would not be using the pink flowers, but I needed to incorporate the pink so that I could use a lot more of these items. I always want to use the items that I get in a sub box before I go to other things. So yeah, that's why I'm using it. And now I'm just going to be taking a very small bead of my clear polygel and placing it where I want the flowers to be. So I got this idea from someone when I did my encapsulated dried flowers nail design. She told me I should use some polygel and she was so right. This made it so much more easier. Oh my goodness, I should have thought about this when I did the encapsulated flower nail design. and it's so easy, and the flowers really stuck to the nail until I was ready to cure it. So I went over to doing the index nail now. So I apply a small bead of the clear polygel and then I pat it in place. And then I'm just going to be placing the dried flowers on the nail and making sure that it is secured nicely. So I just push the dried flowers into the wet polygel. And then I would cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be using some orange and pink glitter butterflies. So I just placed a bead of my gel base coat on my nail palette, and then I'm going to be applying a layer of gel base coat to my whole nail because I want to ensure that the dried flowers are secured. I don't want, when I'm encapsulating the nail, the dry flowers rip. So by applying the gel base coat, it seals down the dried flowers. And now I'm going to be applying some of the orange and pink glitter butterflies to the nail. And then I cured that for about 5 to 10 seconds. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing on the index nail. Then I cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be encapsulating all of my nails. So I'm just going to be cleaning everything that I need to use. So I cleaned the spatula and the polygel brush. And I also cleaned my dampen dish and made sure to refill it with some rubbing alcohol. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing that right here. Now I'm going to be encapsulating my index nail and my middle nail. So I apply a layer of my clear polygel from Makartt to the index nail. I'm making sure to evenly distribute that, mostly at the tip area, but if it goes to the nail bed area, that is okay. And then I flip my finger over and make sure that it is applied nicely and that it's tapered. And then I make sure that the surface of the nail is looking nice and smooth. And then I blend the polygel into the nail bed area and remove any other polygel that's not needed on the nail. And then I will cure that for 30 seconds. Next, I'm applying my second bead to build the apex of the nail. So I apply a bead of the polygel and distribute that around the cuticle area, and then I blend it into the nail and cured that for 30 seconds, making sure that the nail shape is very nice and there's a really good nail structure. And then I would cure for 30 seconds. And I'm only showing myself encapsulating the index nail right now. I did the middle nail off camera. So now I'm going to be using my all-in-one acrylic and the powder system. So I'm using my gel base coat on the ring nail. And before curing that, I'm going to be pouring some of the powder on the nail. Then I clean around the cuticle area and I will cure that for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then I brush off the excess and I'm going to be doing my second layer. Then I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be encapsulating this nail with my Makartt clear polygel. So this is after encapsulating the nails. Now I'm just using rubbing alcohol to remove the tacky layer from all of the nails, and I filed the nails off camera. So as I said before, when I was filing the thumbnail, some of the polygel was oozing out of the thumbnail, so I had to cure it for a longer time, and then the nail popped off too, so I decided not to do that. So I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did on the ring nail on the thumbnail, and I'm just showing you guys some of it right here because I just wanted you all to see it again. And I really love this glitter powder from Makartt. It's a really pretty orange glitter and it's perfect for the spring and also the summer. So this is after filing all of the nails and it looks so good. By the way, I am using my XXL ballerina nail tips from AliExpress. I did cut them down, that's why they look like squares. Anytime you cut down a ballerina shaped nail tip, it looks like a square nail. So yes, I am going to be using the pink rhinestones that I got in this sub box, and there are different sizes of rhinestones in this bag right here. There are large rhinestones, medium, very tiny rhinestones, and they are really pretty, but they weren't showing on the nail as I would like it to. The one that I did on the pinky nail looked really good, but the rest of the nails, it wasn't really showing that well. So yeah. So on the pinky nail, I'm just applying my gel top coat. Actually, I applied it to all of the nails. So I'm just top coating all of the nails right here, and then I would cure them for 30 seconds. Now I'm using my Makartt rhinestone glue, so I just place some where I want the rhinestones to be, and then I'm using my gel top coat again. So I applied that gel top coat, and now I'm just going to be placing some of the pink rhinestones on the pinky nail. Now on to the index nail, I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I'm just speeding through this because it is repetitive. So after a while, I realized that the pink rhinestones, you can really see it on the index nail much. You were seeing it, but it wasn't a wow. So I did end up placing some of my iridescent rhinestones on the index nail as well, just to try to get it to look a lot better. It kind of worked, but it kind of didn't too, but it looked really good, I think. So you'd let me know what you guys think about my nail design and my rhinestone placement as well. Now I'm going to be applying some rhinestones to the cuticle area of the ring nail and the thumbnail as well. Now I'm just cleaning the underside of the nails with some rubbing alcohol, and then I top coated the underside of the index nail and the middle nail and cured that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So guys, this is my spring inspired polygel nail design using the Makartt Your Nail Lab sub box for the month of April. I really liked the items that I got in this sub box, although it really wasn't spring themed. Some of the items were, for example, the orange glitter, that was really spring themed, but the grey was not. And the grey polygel really surprised me. I wasn't expecting to like this grey polygel, but it looks really good, and I think I did a really great job at this nail design and making it a spring nail design. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this nail set in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.